Good morning, everybody. This is Ron from Swiftic with today's Forex Rant, where we're going to be ranting and raving about the Forex markets. We have a lot to talk about today, so let's jump right into the discussion. So what we're watching today, we're going to talk a little about the Eurodollar, specifically how it had gapped higher and then fell yesterday. Secondly, we're going to take a quick look at the Aussie dollar, followed by the pound dollar, who's got some important CPI data today, so you could really see another move higher in the pound dollar. And then last but not least, we're going to end off today's discussion with the dollar Canadian. We're going to keep our eyes on that thing as gold has really done nothing over the past week. So let's go straight to the Eurodollar. So my big rant over here is, we have the Eurodollar. Let's just look quickly at that chart. It gapped higher on 127, then it got up to about 127.50 yesterday before falling on news that Spanish 10 years were hitting 725, and Italian bonds were also yields were also going higher. So the big question I have here is who's buying this thing on over the weekend? Fine, there was that good news from Greece, but still, this was kind of like a given. A lot of people were talking about it as we wrote about this on Friday. Really seemed we'd have the sell on the news situation happen. So the question I have here: who is buying these margin calls, or these momentum guys? Whoever it was, what's really important for us to know is that the fact that there was like a lot of buying going on in this thing shows that all that talk about the Eurodollar being oversold and everybody shorting it, and it's not really true. There's a lot of speculation going on. A lot of people were buying it in the 124s and 125s, and we could see some further downside as a result if this little trend, if its little current uptrend from its June lows falls apart. So keep your eyes on this thing. Even though it fell hard yesterday, we could find further downside in the thing. Next, the Aussie dollar. Let's go straight to the chart here. So we had the Aussie dollar last week. It had had resistance around the parity level. Finally on Friday broke above that thing, and then it traded about 101. Yesterday, our big trade was to be short the Euro Aussie. We really felt that the Aussie dollar was finding its own. The Aussie dollar was kind of finding this momentum going on. Therefore, with that momentum, with the Aussie dollar against the euros, whatever is going on over there, craziness or cloud or panic. So we have this combination of euro strength versus the euro, Aussie strength versus the euro. We really found this euro Aussie as a potential short. This thing worked out. Now the question is, it fell, as you can see over here, like over, from top to bottom at like 160, 100 pips yesterday. The question now is, now that it's fallen about, over 100 pips, where do we take it from now? I still think this trade has got some legs to make another move lower. We probably want to, sell on the strength on this pair. Moving away, about the pound dollar. The pound dollar last week also had a lot of resistance around 156. On Friday, it just had this huge reversal. It fell apart on some negative news and then just like ripped up to about 157. Keep your eyes on this pound dollar because today there's going to be CPI numbers coming out. If these numbers come out positive, or if the market interprets them positive again, we could see another huge rally in the pound dollar if it could break above these highs of last week. So keep your eyes on this thing. Probably you'd have like support at the 156 level from last week, and potential breakout, to the 158s if it could take out that previous high from last week. Moving on to gold and the dollar Canadian. So let's go straight to the chart here. We had this big run up in gold last week, but really since then, even with everything going on with Greece and Spain, it really hasn't done much of anything. And that move up was really, dollar related. So we have this, gold's really been in this like $20 range in the past like week, which is kind of interesting for it. As a result, we're also seeing that, perhaps it's the reason why, even though the New Zealand dollar and the Aussie dollar have been really breaking out, we've seen that the Canadian dollar really hasn't done much. It hasn't gone to a new low. It's kind of like staying also in this little area over here. Could be, part of this has to do with crude oil, that crude oil prices have been falling. Part of it also has to do with the gold prices really haven't been doing much. Therefore, since we see this combination of dollar Canadian not doing much and gold also doing much, keep your eyes on the dollar Canadian. If we have a big fall in gold, we could see this dollar Canadian really rip higher. Okay, thanks for watching. My name is Ron. You can contact us at ronf@swiftic.com or follow us at